Yo, Internet! What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Back to Coyote things. We've got the F-150 donor engine on the stand, as you saw in our last video. And now I'm gonna get the engine harness ripped off, the battery harness out of there, and start popping some covers in the intake manifold and clean it up. Take a deeper dive into it, and see if it's worthy. It should be. It's a guaranteed runner. And out of a truck that seemed to be well taken care of. So let's get this thing tore down just a little bit. Not full tear down like I do cars or anything like that, but just enough to get a little bit of the status of the engine, see how good it looks. I did pull the dipstick tube, the oil that was left on the dipstick itself, I should say. The oil looked really good. Probably have to do a water pump, as the seepage I was talking about in the last video tasted sweet and it made it to the ground a little bit. So luckily I got a whole bunch of spare parts, including a starter, alternator, and a water pump. So that's cool. I thought I was gonna have to reseal the pan. I'm still gonna take that off and take a look at everything, you know, wiggle some rods and whatnot, and turn it over a few times with the covers off and all that good stuff. And if we gotta do like some timing chain guides or tensioners, so be it. So let's get her tore down.
0, 1. Let's get started.
Boy, if that wasn't painful to watch. It was just as painful getting all those things out. I don't know why, with mileage and a little sand in the, made the connectors come out with a bit of a fight. Some retaining clips got lost, and some clips will never be the same. So let's get the rest of these like cut off and stuff off. So this thing was a lot dirtier in these ports than I thought. I ended up taking it outside and giving her the old air gun and getting all like it was just caked in dirt. So definitely didn't want to take the manifold off in the state it was. So I think now I'm gonna start pulling these covers, see what we got. I did pull the oil cap under there, and it, from what I can see better real time, not with the camera. It looks pretty good so far. Alright, you can see we got the intake manifold out. It's vacuuming some more dirt. Yeah, you can see a little bit of carbon. Nothing terrible though. You can see the port injection keeping the runners fairly clean. You know, pretty normal for a truck engine. Nothing high performance or ethanol running through here to really keep her squeaky clean, but someone definitely had some fun in some mud. But now I'm gonna probably not do this on camera, but get the intake gasket surface nice and clean like I wanted before popping the covers off. All right, those cleaned up well, got them taped off. Let's get the valve covers off there. Not too bad tarnish. I mean, this is definitely pushing 100K or more. But I really like what I'm seeing here. Cams all look really good. No metal in the heads hiding anywhere. Look at this. Look at how good this oil looks. See if the camera will focus on Let's see here. Trying to get it to focus, but it's being a little you know what. There you go. Yeah, I just move this further away. You can see how good that oil looks in there. It's a good sign. Look how clean that is in there. Not too shippy. Pull the other cover off and make sure I get all the bolts off this time, and then I'll move on to the front cover. All right, got the other cover off, poured some oil on it. This engine's been sitting in the yard for a little bit. Cranked her over a few times, all feels good. Still happy with how the cams look and all that. I took a good look at the guides. Yeah, this thing looks really good. Like, it might have a little bit of tarnish on it, but I'm really impressed with how well it looks. And so I'm contemplating on just changing the water pump and leaving the timing cover as is, and just pulling the pan to, you know, take a good look at that. Maybe we'll cut open the filter and see what that looks like, but I think I just might leave that. I'll take another peek from underneath after the pan's off of the timing goods, just to see where everything's at, but everything feels pretty good. It did sound a little, I mean, this engine's dry, so there was a little like crunch here and there, probably from just the tiniest grains getting in here, taking the valve covers off and whatnot, but after a few crank rotations, that TDC on the number 1 now, it all that stopped making noise. So yeah, still might pull the manifolds off, haven't decided yet, but yeah, we're just cruising. Simple little long block tear down, and to kind of reseal it and just make sure it seems to have a good bill of health. Even though we did get a compression test, but you know, trust but verify. As you can see, we got the pan off and the filter off. All good things so far. No forbidden glitter. Oil looks real good. I wish I did the filter before the pan. You pull the filter, it kind of releases the vacuum being held from the oil pump, and more came out of the pickup tube, but luckily we had the pan sitting there, and we'll just let that drain. And I definitely will be priming this engine. I'll show you how to do that later when we actually do run this engine. So I'm going to pull this cooler off, because I am going to replace the oil cooler, just because it's a good rule of thumb whenever you're replacing an engine, and it's just kind of a good rule to follow. And I'm sure they're not expensive, because thousands of these trucks were made, and it's probably like 70-something bucks for this oil cooler. Some people refer to as the oil heater. So yeah, I also play a little doctor with the rods. All good, no wiggle jiggles. I really like what I see on the bottom end too, so I think I'm just gonna reseal the pan and covers and put a water pump in it. That's got to be what was seeping. You can see some seepage on the pump itself. Luckily I have one of those, so I'll probably pull that next and pull this oil cooler off first. All right, to get the oil cooler bolt out, it's 14mm hex. Stick it in there, and that's your guy that comes out. Now we're just gonna keep this buddy old crack off. Oh yeah. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for a little tear down video, a nice little quick one. The next video, I'll show you put on the new oil cooler. I'm gonna get a windage tray gasket from the Mustang to put on this truck engine and clean everything up a bit. And I think in that video also put on the power by the hour accessories and get those belt routed, water pump and all that good stuff. So again, we'll do that YouTube sign off thing. Like the video. If you wanna keep seeing more Coyote stuff, 11th gen F150 swaps, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.